Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Madmen with a Box Live, episode 92. Today, we're going to be reviewing Father's Day, but that's later on. And joining me, as always, is OZChris.
It's me. I'm back. I've got nothing better to do. It's not like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 15 minis that need to be painted, but I'd rather be here instead.
Well, when you say it like that, I don't know if I believe you.
I have a lot to paint, and only 2 free days to do it. One of them is this. It takes like a whole day to paint 5.
I just realized why in our little admin chat room you said bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Because on my phone, it didn't show that you sent.
Yes, that's what I said. That's why I said bruh. Like you did it again. I post something and then you post the exact same thing.
I looked. On my phone, it didn't have your post. That was weird. Elon.
Wow, Elon can't. Elon's site doesn't work. Wow. Shocking that an idiot can't keep his site functional. Although to be fair, like I feel like that's just the phone versions of apps of like sites. A lot of them just don't work as well. Like the one I have on my phone for Facebook constantly says I have a notification and I don't. I even check, is it just maybe just like a message request from someone I don't know? No.
It's just broken.
It's just eternally stuck of like telling me I have a notification. No, I don't. Stop lying to me, Zuckerberg. You lizard.
So,
you Silurian.
To Zach and Marania who are watching from home, as opposed to right here. Before we do our review, we need to talk about some news.
Oh boy, what should we start with?
I think
we're going to 4 things.
I think we're going. Yeah, we do have 4 things. It's literally 4 things. The first thing is for all those Roblox players, they have BBC Wonder Chase. So they basically hired a 12-year-old to go ahead and make them a Roblox game.
Yes, the game's Deep Space Zone includes an alien planet to explore with the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday.
Woo! I can imagine we did not check this out.
No, I don't play Roblox.
No. Maybe I should tell my
surprised that just like, because there's always the constant like Doctor Who and Fortnite, and I feel like that would be much bigger, even though neither of us really play that. So
I don't play that either. When I was a kid, I did play Roblox, but specifically for the wipeout course, so that way you could go ahead and bounce on the big red balls. That was always the hardest thing, to go ahead and get it to balance right.
Yeah,
is that you didn't have that shared experience?
No, I've never played Roblox. It never interested me.
Yeah.
And because at the same time there was Minecraft, and mainly me and all my friends would play Minecraft instead. I feel like there's just for me that felt like there's more. There's more to do in there. I don't know.
So the difference between them was Roblox was free. Then my brother learned how to get a cracked version of Minecraft, and then I played Minecraft. I have never paid for PC Minecraft because I got somebody's old account afterwards. They're like, I don't play it anymore. Oh, awesome. Just use that. Then merged it with because they did a big merger with you have to have a Microsoft account. Merged it into mine. Easy peasy. Now I have it forever. We're good.
That's a good thing about mine, because I had it on Xbox, and as soon as they did that merger, I got on PC, it just carried over everything. So I'm like, perfect. Zach says, I want to play with 11th Doctor in Fortnite and glide on TARDIS and shoot people. Use a sonic screwdriver as my pickaxe, or Rory the Roman will look so weird with a rifle. Just a centurion with a fucking like Fortnite gun.
What? That's the part that bothers me. I can't imagine the Doctor carrying a gun like that.
No, it would have to be like Cybermen.
Oh, do you remember? Oh my gosh, it was something I always wanted. There was this one weird toy for Doctor Who, and it was out for such a short time. It wasn't popular. Did it actually ever take off the ground? It was made with the end with a Dalek gun connected to other parts that formed this basically blaster that was made out of little bits of, oh, here's a Dalek. This is something from a Cyberman. Oh my gosh, I gotta see if I can find it now.
First time hearing of it. Oh yeah, all Sontaran. It's Strax in there. Strax in Fortnite. It's just the Doctor would be weird. But even then, we have like fucking Goku in Fortnite with a gun. Naruto with a gun. Like, yes, Naruto's famous like fucking ninjutsu technique, the AK.
Doctor Who eye gun. See if I could. Was it out of his eye or was it the gun toy? There it is.
Now, while you look for it,
I'm sorry.
This Wonder Chase thing, it's not just Doctor Who, it's like biggest BBC shows. I'm like, what BBC shows you want to show on fucking Roblox? The Canterbury Tales. Kids will love this.
I'm going to show this now.
All right. Let's see the amalgam gun.
The amalgam gun, indeed. I have to stop.
Yes, Zach, I did see that. They put Avatar: The Last Airbender in Fortnite. You know, Aang, who's a pacifist.
So, QLA anti-time device. This was a toy, and you can see it's made from a bit of Cyberman, a bit of a Dalek. What? Wonder if it has something else. Yeah, I knew that this was like something that shouldn't exist, but I wanted it so bad. Temporal lock device powering up. Send your enemies into the time vortex.
Yeah, you know, classic Cybermen Dalek ability when they shoot you, send you into the time vortex.
Electronic QLA anti-time device. For I can't.
The merchandising. Oh, the merchandising back in the day.
Hey, look, he's shooting us. There's a Sontaran being shot back. Oh.
I mean, Doctor Who merch back in the day was wild.
Oh,
remember the jars full of cum?
Let's not talk about those. Okay, so this was.
I'm kidding, by the way, audience. It wasn't literally jars of cum. It was the flesh from.
Yes, I know. The flesh thing that was in these little tubes,
and then you had like a little. It had like a little like. It's like, was that their version of like Lego? Like figure in it, I think it was.
Yes, and it was terrible. They were terrible. But yeah, this was the prototype one, and I guess this was the one closest to actually coming out. And then just didn't. If anyone knows where I could get one of these, oh my gosh! Look, inside of the gun, they have the finger of a weeping angel. That's so stupid. So stupid. Do you see?
Yeah, I saw it. It's.
Can you see? I won't. I want.
Now, law-wise, who would make this?
It says unit.
It says unit.
A unit device. Yes, they have. Made
now, how could unit break off a part of a weeping angel?
Let's see.
Where's the Jadoon representation? They already got their own guns.
Oh, maybe it's not unit. Maybe that was a lie. QLA, a quantum lock accelerator anti-time device after the Doctor disappeared and the Cybermen and Daleks.
But it's the clerics that made him. The fucking church.
What
How could the church break off a piece of a weeping angel?
A device part Dalek, part Cyberman technology, and the quantum signature from the angel to trigger a gateway to pull enemies into the time vortex. It's so stupid. I want 15 of them right now.
Russell, bring this back.
Bring it back. Bring it back. It's so... Look, there's the on-off switch. Go ahead. Oh, it's so stupid. So ridiculously stupid. Where's the Jadoon representation?
What about the silence? Do your victims forget about you after you shoot them?
Well, if they die, they
Yo, who shot me and put me in the vortex? What?
Who did this? Erasing them from time completely. Okay. Back to real news. Enough talking about what childhood Pixel wanted. So, the whole idea for the Beatles episode is how do you do a Beatles episode without music from the Beatles?
Yes. As Russell tells Empire, I'm thinking, how would you do it without Beatles music? And that becomes the entire plot. So it's essentially yesterday, but they're not using it to get to gain wealth and fame.
It's the other way around.
Yeah,
because yesterday is what if
the Beatles never existed?
Music from the Beatles and they never existed. And this is what if the Beatles existed, but they didn't have their music.
Which is funny because people have been pointing out this has been done before, or something similar. There was a Big Finish story.
Yeah,
I have it, but I think I have it. I've yet to listen to it, but it was the Fifth Doctor and Nyssa, and it's about the Beatles. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Russell doesn't have an original idea." This is Doctor Who.
It's
Doctor Who borrowing from itself.
Impossible. Unacceptable.
The reality is it would cost them so much just to license the Beatles music.
Yeah.
So it's better to just have a plot where, like, here's the Beatles, but their music doesn't exist.
But this is actually related to another piece of news. They have gone ahead and revealed the name for the villain of this episode. So we all presume.
Jinkx Monsoon's mysterious character, tied with music, will be in the Beatles episode, The Devil's Chord. What do you think they're going to name the villain to keep it music themed?
I was going to ask the same thing, Marania. I have no idea who holds the license for the Beatles music catalog. No idea. It's the master, definitely.
No, you're close.
Missy?
It's the Italian word maestro. Yes, apparently Jinx's character is called the Maestro, to which everyone on Doctor Who Twitter was like, "Oh my God, that's like Italian for master." Clearly, Jinkx is playing the Master, which I think that's too on the nose.
Not only that, like, I don't know how anyone could think that based off of the fact that Jinx's character has a costume that's made with piano keys as its major, like, standing off point. Clearly, this is a music-based villain in the same vein as the toy maker is the toy maker, making games, playing games. This is a music-based villain. Like, just
it's Music Meister.
It's Music Meister. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they can't use that name because DC already has it. So,
which is funny because guess who voiced Music Meister in Batman: The Brave and the Bold?
That was Neil Patrick Harris. Yes,
that was Neil Patrick Harris. And remember, a lot of people were theorizing, oh, is Jinkx actually like the new next form of the toy maker?
No.
Remember that when people were like, oh, maybe the toy maker can change appearance. Maybe this is the new appearance for the toy maker. It all comes together. Even though all of these rumors turned out to be bullshit, it all comes full circle. It all comes together.
Oh. But yeah, no. Even though the toy maker is gone, this is definitely toy maker adjacent, though.
Yes,
absolutely. Like
given this whole my legions, even though it should have been a bit more apparent, because I think I mentioned this before in the novelization of the Church on Ruby Road, the goblins are part of the Legion. I feel like that should have been in the episode.
Yeah. No, because I said the same thing when we watched the episode, that it feels like, well, this is something from fairy tales coming into real life, because the doctor let the toy maker in, and now fairy tales come true.
Yep, myths and legends, yeah.
No.
So yes, we got the name of the villain. It's definitely not going to be the Master, or the Rani, or the Monk, or the fucking, I don't know, blacksmith.
And
I'm hoping it's just a new villain. It just happens to be. Could be part of the Toy Makers Legion, or could just be some being that just likes music.
That's like the toy maker, but not the toy maker.
It couldn't be another Guardian. That's the thing. Could be a great one, maybe. An Elder God, who knows?
But we'll have to wait and see, which isn't actually far.
I know, next month.
I know. We're finally going to be back. Paul McCartney apparently has the rights to the Beatles catalog. Well, you mean
Did he die?
I was gonna say the second Paul McCartney. Oh, can you imagine if they put that in the episode? Like he gets replaced by an alien. I just will live here on Earth and make music. You know what? That's fine. Why does he look different? Oh, he's close enough. Oh, so soon. Doctor Who would be so soon.
They would, yeah. It would be funny though. It'd be pretty funny though.
Yes.
Yes, the Maestro.
The Maestro or just Maestro? Because I believe in the credits it says Maestro.
Oh, Maestro. Sorry.
It's different when you're doing, if your character goes ahead, like it's the Doctor, and you can say Doctor, but when I am the Master, it gets a little weirder when you just say Master.
I am Master. I am Maestro. Yeah, I feel like it'd have to be the Maestro.
Maestro. Huh. I don't know. What is the Maestro coming out of there though? Could just be a weird
box door.
Weird box door, maybe. I heard someone say a rumor about a second TARDIS in this story, though. Not a second of the TARDIS, but a second TARDIS. But I doubt it.
I hope the Maestro is not another Time Lord. As much as I want them to bring as much as I want them to bring another Time Lord that isn't the Master to be a villain, like I don't.
Honestly, just if that's what the next season should be, Rassilon's second Gallifrey.
Yeah, he's still out there.
Gallifrey 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Maranya says Jinkx Monsoon's character looks like a demented Bette Midler. They look a bit like Bette Midler's character from Hocus Pocus.
Yes, that's all you can see. I put a spell on you.
A spell on you. Hocus Pocus.
But talking about the reappearance of things. I was
going to say, how are you going to segue us into this?
Yes. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess
River's back.
Somehow,
yes.
River Song returned.
Somehow, River Song returned.
So, the Diary of River Song was the big finish series going on for so long, and they finally ended. Well, not finally, like, oh, this is all. But no, it ended. And there was always a talk of, well, how are you going to continue to make...
Yeah, because they did say she's not done. River Song's not done. We're still going to be working with Alex Kingston, which I guess is just to make a new series called The Death and Life of River Song. And the interesting thing about it is that this is River Song after the library. So this is Ghost River Song. She is somehow, according to the first box set, the first box set, which is called Last Words, it begins with River after settling down to an afterlife in the library's computer core, finding herself waking up in Earth's future, her consciousness having temporarily transferred to a new body.
Synthetic body yet?
I guess. I don't know how to feel about this, because they kind of already did this in a previous box set where it's River in the library, in the computer core. But as... I don't know if just the first box set is just that. It's just that whole, like, post-library. Because I don't know how you could drag this out for an entire series. Of, like, post-library River and just a temporary body. For, like, an entire series. Because that's the whole thing with the, like, Diary of River Song, is that it could take place any time in her life. Because we don't necessarily know, like, the chronological order, aside from started off as Melody, there's key moments, and it ends with her dying in the library. We know some key moments that work in order, but there's a whole lot with the character where there's all this space for adventures. And that's the whole thing with the Diary of River Song, just going on all these different adventures, meaning all these different characters, all these different doctors.
Well, River herself, Alex Kingston, says in the for the article in an interview, says that she loved doing the episode, the story that they did set in the library. She loved that. And hearing that she got to do more of that was terribly exciting for her. So, I mean, I'm not opposed. I'm not
opposed if it's like just the first box set, but if it's the entire series, like, how long could you drag that out?
Oh. Who is she? Does it say who she's being pulled out by?
Well, no, because that's going to be the mystery.
How can you drag that out for a time? I was thinking it'd be the other way around. She gets pulled out by someone, and then she just goes on the run at the end.
I guess.
Breaks off.
But we don't know if this is the entire crux of this new series, The Death and Life. That is just like, she's out. Someone has taken her out of the library, put her into a new body, and just finding out what's going on. I feel like that should only just be the first box set. But given, well, I don't know, the price of it implies that it's a proper box set, so there's multiple stories
in one.
So I don't know, I feel like that story by itself should only be one box set in the series. I don't know.
The question really is, are you okay with the series continuing after if she breaks away in her synthetic body? Or do you feel that's cheapening far too much?
I feel like it is cheapening far too much. Because we've only had in the show, we've only had one post-library River moment. And that's in
Really good moment.
And it's a really good one in Name of the Doctor. And then we've had one in audio. I think my main issue is just that if they do this, it just becomes more of the same. It's like, and I just feel like, okay, aside from the whole gimmick of like, this is post-library River, was there really any need to change things up if it's just going to be the same stuff over and over again?
Well, the diary's over now. The diary's done.
True, but if they're just going to do the same kind of similar stuff they did in Diary, like what's the point aside from just the little slight difference that it's post River, not post library, not pre library.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. No, I do. But I mean, it's still Alex Kingston. It's still gonna be fun.
It's still gonna be fun. She's great. She's fantastic as always. I might check out the first. I'll check out the first one just to see if it ends on like as like I'm out going to do more adventures. I'm like, no, please. That concept should have just been one box set. My brother in Christ.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel. I'll wait until it's actually out and we have news.
It's so weird that they're like, we're ending these series, but we're now bringing them back.
We're ending them. Basically, you rebrand them.
They're rebranding them. It's like, okay, why'd you just bother ending them at all? First War Doctor, now this. It's like...
Yeah. Well, to be fair, War Doctor, at least, he's been beginning for a long time now. His beginning is over. Now it's time for War Doctor proper.
That's for time for him to rise.
Yes. But that's our news.
That's all our news.
That's all. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next.
Right. Bye. Yeah.
We have to talk about Father's Day.
It's a bit too early for Father's Day.
All right. Well, I'll call my dad and tell him plans are off then.
Actually, when's Father's Day for you guys?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Father's Day US. Yours is in 2 months.
June 16th.
For us, it's September 1st.
Wow.
Yeah. A little bit later.
Father's Day is always celebrated on the third Sunday in June. Fun. Just what it says. So let's talk about Father's Day. The Ninth Doctor story. What was it? Like the 6th episode of season 1?
No. Sixth episode was Dalek.
Is this following that then? Because it's...
No, it's 8th episode. It's after Long Game. Yeah, it's the 8th episode.
I apologize. I was off by 2.
Yeah, because it goes Rose, End of the World, Unquiet Dead, Aliens of London, World War III, Dalek, Long Game, Father's Day. 8.
The 8th episode of season 1.
Yes. So Father's Day, 8th episode of series 1, written by one Paul Cornell, who had worked in various capacities with Doctor Who. He was well renowned during the Virgin New Adventures era, writing the critically acclaimed, much loved Time Worm Revelation. He's the creator of Bernice Summerfield in Love and War, and he was also the writer for Scream of the Shulker. Their attempt to do the Ninth Doctor until there was an officially announced Ninth Doctor.
Richard E. Grant, still solid choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Father's Day.
Yes, Father's Day. We'll go with a little bit of a synopsis. So Father's Day, Rose Tyler asks the Doctor to take her to the day that her father passed away, just to see him and just to be there, to have someone be there to comfort him before he dies. However, Rose has other intentions and decides to avert his death with very dire consequences for time itself. Father's Day.
Yeah. I have had a problem for a long time with Rose. This is one of those episodes that feels like it justifies a problem. I just don't. I've never cared for her as a companion. I've never hidden that. And this one, she not only asks the doctor to do this and goes back in time. She goes to that moment. Her father gets hit, and she can't do it, so she just runs away. The doctor follows, and she says, oh, it's too late now. I can hear the ambulance coming, and once the ambulance was there, he was already dead. Can I try again? So the doctor gives in, brings her back to the moment, wait for you to run off, and then you can go and be with him. Then decides, no, I'm going to save him. And all after that, like the original pair of them that was there disappears. And they go rushing in along the day. And Rose, oh, well, I saved him. It's better now. There was one rule. There's one rule. And it's this far in this season. If this was an earlier episode, I feel like I wouldn't have as much of a problem. But like you said, this is the 7th story.
8th.
The 8th episode. It's the 7th story.
Yeah, 2-parter. Yep, true.
7th adventure that they have been on now. It's a very simple rule. And how the doctor reacts, I just took another stupid ape. This feels too late for this story to have that kind of impact. It does. To me, it just, the placement feels wrong.
I wouldn't think so, because you could still play that as he's trusted Rose, but now she's just suddenly broken it.
Clicks.
So that's still that reaction of no. And another stupid ape, that could still work regardless, whether it's early or like mid during their travels. It works either way. Because you can see that he's trust. Rose hasn't like manipulated his trust. She hasn't really asked for anything, and she's been going on these adventures with the doctor, and now suddenly she wants to do something personal, and he trusts her with it, and then she breaks his trust. See, that still works, regardless of whether it's as early in their time together or middle of their time together. See, it works either way.
Yeah. And then on top of that, though, to go through the following day, you have what are they called?
The Reapers.
The Reapers.
They're just called the Reapers. They don't actually have an actual name. They're just called the Reapers.
I thought they did.
That's just what they're called. They're just called Reapers. They never got like an actual like technical name. They're just called the Reapers. They've
come to fix things, and how do they have to fix things? They have to destroy all of humanity now.
Yeah. Good job. Literal insert SpongeBob meme. Yay, we saved the day.
Everything's destroyed. Was the car ever explained? Because after the car doesn't hit, it disappears, vanishes, and keeps reappearing, trying to hit him over and over again.
I see it as just like it's like a remnant of what the timeline was supposed to be. So it's more of like a Deus Ex Machina to like fix everything by like correcting.
But it also happens. So that kid took that one turn over and over again all day, all across town, and he doesn't resume until actually he hits Pete Tyler, knocks him to the ground, kills him.
I feel like that's more. Yeah, I feel like it's more just like that's the bit of time that's actually trying to keep itself stable or leave a way for it to be fixed. Because the thing is, even though like it's not in the same area where the original incident happened, it keeps following Peter. It keeps following Pete. So it's essentially just time trying to get the sources back together to let it happen, to fix itself.
Yeah. But that's not to say that this is a bad episode. I'm I'm giving it a little bit harder time just because I've never, like I said, I've never liked Rose. So to have an episode this close to Rose, I like Pete Tyler, funny enough. I like Jackie Tyler, even though she's really horrible to him, like really horrible all throughout.
I mean, that's what we see in the that's what we see in the episode. Like, something traumatic happens, so the perceptions of one another change.
Yeah,
the reality was they just weren't really. No, they wasn't a particularly good marriage between the two. But as soon as Peter died,
she wishes she wasn't that way.
Yeah, kind of wishing it could have been better, and just giving Rose this perception of like, this is how your father really was.
Yeah, no, I like that. But
like, you just don't like Rose.
I just don't like Rose. So it's like if you had to watch an Adric episode. You watch an Adric episode, you don't like Adric. Rose has always been on Adric level to me.
Oh, well, I feel like that's a bit too much. Jesus.
Okay, that's true. I've never wanted her to look into the camera and say, "I'll never know if I was right," and die.
Jesus. No, for me, I absolutely love this episode. It's one of my favorites of this series. Everything about it, the emotional moments with the Doctor and Rose, fantastic. Everything about it, fantastic. Love everything about this. I can't really find any flaw with it. It's just a really good episode, a really good, like, emotional episode for everyone, for the Doctor, for Rose, for Pete, because this could have just only been Pete's. If we didn't come back in series 2 as alternate Pete, like, this could have been Pete's only appearance, and it would have been like his strongest. I still think it's his strongest appearance.
It definitely is. Like,
it is.
Not to rag on alternate Pete, but this is
his best. Just like seeing that he's just a guy. And for Rose, for Rose, it's a bit of a weird thing. It's like he's both important but not important. He's important because it's her dad.
Yeah.
But when she saves him, it's like, well, he's just a guy. Like, how's time going to be affected by this? He's just a guy.
And then the Doctor comes in,
and the doctor tells her, like, well, there's now someone in the universe that should have died, but isn't. Even if he's just a normal guy, this is history. It's important to history that Pete Tyler dies on this day. So, and then his goodbye speech to Jackie and Rose is so good. It's so good. Everything in the church is done really well, especially, when the Doctor and Rose still, there's tension between the two, but they kind of quickly, the Doctor has to calm himself, and everyone's worried, everyone's scared. He's trying to keep the situation under control. Try to alleviate everyone's fear.
It was really good, that beginning with him after she commits the time crime.
He's just silent.
He's just silent.
He's just silent the whole time. Everything, his facial expressions, just like, he's really not happy.
Yeah,
that she's done this. And then he lets it out.
Yeah,
lets it out in there. He lets it out in the church, but then he pulls himself back together. It's just like, nope. It's instead
the right thing. He died.
Yeah.
Just the Doctor's dead.
But no, this is a really good episode. It really shows Paul Cornell knows his shit.
No,
I feel like when Russell was planning bringing back Doctor Who, he wanted Paul to do an episode. Because I have to find this. I think he went on record saying about Paul's first novel, Time Worm Revelation. I think Russell said that, like, this is Doctor Who. Paul gets it. This is Doctor Who. He understands it. I'll have to find the quote. I'm pretty sure he said it about Timeline Revelation.
Careful, the RTD haters are going to come in and say, well, what does RTD know about Doctor Who?
More than the RTD haters, apparently.
Yeah, no, I know. No, Paul, it is a fantastically written episode. I do. I recognize that. I just don't like Rose. It's really hard when you just never vibe with a character.
I wish I could find it. I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure it was like RTD saying that, like, yeah, this dude gets it. Maybe if I just search the actual Wikipedia page, not the TARDIS wiki page, because I'll probably definitely have like quotes from like in the reception of it. Don't worry, I'll find it, people. Maybe. Here we go. Paul Cornell. No. Doesn't say anything. I'm pretty sure it's a real quote. Okay.
Cornell originally wrote the story for the Fifth Doctor and his companions when it was serialized in the fanzine. That's Time Worm Revelation, not this.
Yeah.
Gary Russell talks a bit about him. Russell. Davies, maybe that'll bring something up. No, that's not on his wiki. Sorry for the Googling break, everybody.
That's all right. I'll find it afterwards, maybe. But no.
Maybe.
I guess we should go into ratings. What would you give Father's Day? Ignoring your bias about Rose.
Ignoring my bias, yes. I like I said, the episode is well written. I like Pete. I like all the characters. It's just I just have a hard time with Rose. Just never liked her. Is this my Godfather? You know the Family Guy clip where since we're all gonna die. But no, I think it's a solid 7, 7.5, 7.5.
Oh, okay. I'd go 8.5. I think it's a really good episode. It is a really strong, like amazing episode. It's one of those stories like you got to show someone. This is it, buddy. This is Doctor Who. You know, you think of all the best episodes, you go like, okay, let's go. Father's Day. What's the good one out of the two? Heaven Sent? Is that just the Capaldi one? Not Hellbent?
Yeah, it's
Heaven Sent. Yeah, you got Father's Day. You got Heaven Sent.
Too. It's just not as good as Heaven Sent.
Yeah. Heaven Sent. Vincent and the Doctor. Sleep No More. All bangers.
I love Sleep No More, but calm down. Calm down. A little too much.
Excuse me. I will not rest until everyone appreciates art. Okay?
Okay.
Oh no, it's found footage. It's not good. Boo-hoo.
We need to get to Mark Gatiss and tell him we need that sequel. Jimmy needs that sequel.
Just go up to Mark and say, Sleep No More 2! Where is it?
Sleep some more.
Sleep some more. RTD series season 2. Come on, sleep some more.
I do love that episode though. But
it's a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure episode. It's not good, but I can enjoy it.
I disagree. I just disagree. All the complaints about it are based off of really the fact that it's trying to be a found footage piece of media
during the time where everyone was sick and tired of found footage like films. Well, it doesn't help when you have stuff like Paranormal Activity at the time was really like
See, I have a good way of not getting tired of it. I just don't watch bad things like Paranormal Activity.
It's true.
When I was a kid, Animal Planet, whenever it was starting to make its turn into, oh well, we're going to have drama series on here too, and what's it called?
On Animal Planet? What?
Yes, they had a Lost Tapes. That was the name of the show, and it was all obviously fake things, but they had like one episode had Nosferatu vampire creatures that were living in the basement, and they would come out of the secret hole, and then one had the Sasquatch. It was pretty good. When I was a boy, yes, Eric Brain, yes. When I was a boy, that was my guilty pleasure. Not because I thought they were bad, but because it didn't belong on Animal Planet. I long for the good days when education was actually, education.
Yeah. We're going to educate you about these mythical monsters.
Yeah. David Zaslav, man. David Zaslav. Anyway, that's our review. That's our episode. We're done. We're not going to be here next week. So you're going to...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
...to something else.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I will be at Publix, where I will be closing things.
Lol. I will be sitting here.
We might do a later show. We talked about
maybe
doing that. We'll
maybe.
talk after.
I could be like, hey, I met Jodie Whittaker. And show my picture.
Yes, bye for now. We might be here next week. We might not.
Yes.
But if we are here, it'll be later in the night.
Don't get your hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up. Don't do it.
It's okay. We're just going out for cigarettes. We'll be back.
I have to go.
I have to go get some cigarettes.
See that video? Babe, I'm pregnant. He goes to the fridge and he drinks all of the milk that's in this.
No, I've not seen that video.
We're out of milk. I gotta go. Where are you going? I'll be back. That's basically what it is. But that's it for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help out the channel. We will see you next time. ALLONS-Y. Why is it